Okay, we're gonna start again because I wasn't quite happy with what I had before. Put it up here this time. Okay, that is better, but I want it to be longer if I can finish my sentence sometime today. Okay, I changed my mind about the way I was going about it. I keep changing my mind. Okay. Let's try this again. This is stylized, of course, but I want it to look as close to right as I can get it. Maybe this one will be slightly bigger. the same legs will work. Okay, I'm gonna cut this out and then I'll be back. Okay, so this is what I've got so far. So I just made like a different, wonder if the body needs to be a little bit bigger. Anyway, I just made everything just a tad bigger than the first one I made, which is now in an envelope here, and just made the pieces a little bit different. And his horn, ear, and legs are just slightly bigger, like barely noticeable bigger, just because he ended up being a little bit bigger. So once I have one assembled, or at least the pieces cut out for him, I'll be back. Okay, so I did make a slightly bigger body. I think it looks better that way. So it's not exactly, but close to how it will look. This is the pattern, basically. And the tail will be able to insert in his butt. So, okay, so there he is. I like him better with bigger pieces. And then I went ahead and made a slightly bigger normal, well, this. So there's the main. And so this is just an alternative for that size of unicorn. And that's the other thing. These don't have to be unicorns. They can be horses. Or they can be... Okay, let's see here. So if I've got this main body... can be a Pegasus. They can have both the horn and wing, or not. One or the other. I think I want a different shape. And I want to be able to... Yeah, that's better. Okay, I want that shape, but I want to be able to insert it so you don't need a tab. So I will cut another one. optional, because you could just pop dot it on the body. Just making notes. Okay, so I have 3 pieces for the wing, but only 1 is necessary if you want to make them Pegasus. But these just kind of make it fancier. And if you wanted to, you could actually glue real feathers to the, or crafting feathers on there, and would eliminate the need for those. Okay, so I have this really cool sheet of paper. I only got the one, but I'm going to use it anyway. And I think this is perfect for a unicorn. So I'm going to turn it over and cut the pieces, or trace the pieces of my pattern. I'm not sure which one I'm going to choose to create yet, but anyway, and I'm going to do this one as a paper piece project. So, but I'm going to do it off camera, mostly because of the mess I've got going on here. I've got a very little room to work with and stuff, so yeah. Okay, so when I found this yarn in my pile of remnants or whatever you call them, I found this bit on the end of it, and I think it'll be perfect for his mane. And then I used the same yarn to make his tail, and I covered his wings on one side with feathers. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the other side yet, but yeah, I just hot glued feathers on the wings, and while doing so I got a pretty bad burn on the end of my finger there, but I put some ice on it right away, so hopefully it won't get much worse. Still hurts a little bit, but anyway. Okay, and get some pieces here, and I will show better when I have a chance, but I just assembled the baby unicorn, and then this is a pegacorn to show a different style that you can choose to do. But yeah, I'll have better pictures. So yeah, I mean, you can do the features or not. It's up to you. For some reason the camera doesn't seem to want to focus today. Anyway, okay, so here he is before the wings. Now, I guess he's a pegacorn if I add the horn. The horn is optional if you're doing this, and I think I want it narrower, so I'm probably going to cut it down a little bit. But I added a bead for his eye and punched a hole, but just colored it in with Sharpie marker black. And the inside of his ear, whoops, the inside of his ear is treated with colored pencil. Now, he doesn't really like to stand up. I think that leg doesn't help balance him well enough, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do about that. Okay, definitely prefer it narrower on him, but I'm going to have to put some paint on that side of it. But anyway, now depending on how I put the wings on, I might be able to use them for stabilization. Okay, so originally I had intended to make a slot somewhere on him and then insert the tabs after putting some glue inside the slot, but I thought about it some more, and I think I'm going to use a brad and then paint the brad white when it's attached, so that the wings can move around, because in my opinion they look best like that, but it'd be fun to be able to move them around, and that way, like I said before, it might help with stabilizing him so he'll stand up better. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to make a hole in there on both tabs and then on him, and so only one side will have the bread. Oh yeah, one side will have that and the other side will have that. But anyway, so yeah, probably not the best idea, but anyway, I'm gonna do it anyway. So, and I think I'm gonna leave the other side white. I might put these on the other side just to make them a little bit more, no, because that'll interrupt, make it harder to move. So I'm just gonna leave the other side just like that. Okay, so put it on like that, so that hopefully the wing will hide the worst of the bread. This one goes on the other side. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so I will use that as a guide to know where to put the hole in on him. And that way he can even do this with his wings, maybe. Doesn't really look good, but anyway. Okay, this is super hard to film because I don't really have a good place to set up the tripod. Anyway, so I folded those because I thought they would be too long. And so now if I do this, now I'm thinking that I'm going to glue this part of the wing, this part of the wing to the bread, trying not to make it so the bread doesn't move anymore, and then this part to that part, this part to that part, because if I don't, then the wings flap open like that and it doesn't quite work. Okay, so I wasn't thinking, the way I did it with the one brad and the wings attached to it means that I can't move the wings individually. They both move the same way, of course. And so if you want to do this, I recommend using two different brads so that the wings can move independent of each other. But here he is, all done. I'm not sure if it's a he or she. Probably a he. So anyway, okay, so one last thing. The white was way too noticeable. It just didn't look right, so I used Sharpies to put color on the inside of the wing. It still kind of stands out, but it's not as bad as the white, and it's actually, the further away from him you are, the better it is. But anyway, yeah. So now he is done for real. Now, it would have been easier to do it before attaching the wings, but anyway, there you go. Okay, so I temporarily put 2 pieces of straw to help him stand up, because he just wouldn't stand up before. It seems to be working. And I would take some photos outside, but it's way too windy out there. Well, it was a lot windier than that before, but yeah, see, it's just too windy. They just blow away. So, I don't think I have the right proportion on the legs. Or I didn't put them at the right place or something, because especially that one just didn't seem right. I think if I perfect my pattern, I will make these legs longer. Grr.